It's a happy day, family. I want to thank you for joining me for another episode of It's a Happy Day. We have been in a series called the Orbit series. And this is a relational series to really get you to think about who is orbiting around, who's in your space. And so the last video we talked about like the moon. Who are the moon people? These are big folks in your life who reflect the character, the light of God, the standard of your life. They remind you of your purpose. Like, who are those folks that are orbiting? And then who are the folks that aren't reflecting, right? You know, you got some folks that you know, they don't show up. The moon shines the brightest at night, right? That, you know, you need those in your life that when you can't see, when you are confused, they're the ones that show up. The second group are the stars. If you notice, you got those that are orbiting around you at a very close level, but then you have these folks that are supporters. They're with you, and you can't always see them in the daytime, but they're still there. The stars are the people who God has placed in your life. They don't wear you out. They don't wear you down. They don't pull and drain from you. But you know what? Whenever you're going through the darkest season of your life or a night season, they shine bright. They show up. They provide a glimmer of hope, right? They provide a glimmer of optimism. And they let you to know that even though you're going through a rough season, they remind you. They are supporting the moon folk. I need to know who are the stars in this next season of my life. Those that God have called, and they're there. And sometimes we misplace those folks. We don't always see them because they may be quiet. They may not be the loudest people in your orbit. But I want you to think about, go back at your lowest moment in your life, maybe in the last year, some things you've experienced. Who showed up that you didn't expect, and who didn't show up that you did expect? You get what I'm saying? There's some folks that we thought them folks would show up, and they didn't show up. They didn't show up. And there were folks that showed up that you didn't expect. Those are the people that are potential stars. Those are the ones you want to develop. Remember, stars, you don't see them in the daytime, but they're still there. They show up, and the darker it is, the brighter they shine. And so we want to know who the moon folk are, and we want to know who the stars are. We have to get focused as we head into a brand new season. There are a lot of things getting ready to happen across our globe. We need to firm up our relationships, and that's what this Orbit series is about. Moon folk and star folk. And then we're going to talk about how to break folk out of your orbit. How do you break people who are spinning around you? They're in your life. They're not adding. They're actually pulling. They're pulling in the opposite direction and causing friction and contention. How do you break that orbit? But today, I want you to sit down. I want you to write out, who are the stars, those that show up at the night. I thank God for my stars. And those of you all that are listening, you are the stars in my life. I want to thank you for showing up at times when I had nobody. I didn't think there was anybody, but you showed up. And I'm grateful. I'll see you on another day of It's a Happy Day. Follow me, SeanWorldwide.com, Sean Holland 56 Instagram, and Sean Holland on Facebook. See you soon.